everybody. So I'm going to give a little try at this new hashtag that I've stumbled across. Hashtag gentle journaling. My friend Mary Ellen at Red Parrot was the one who mentioned it, and I believe she got it from Janet Nash. I'll try to remember to link both of them below, but I'm sure if you hashtag gentle journaling, then you will find one or both of them. But when I think of gentle journaling, I think of kind of not any kind of a tutorial, just kind of me doing my thing. And I think one of the things I wanted to do, I'm sorry, I'm peeling glue off of my paddle over here. I get sidetracked with that. Anyways, one of the things I wanted to do to get back to this year is I've started a collage book, working through and learning the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, Buddhism. Excuse me, my nose is itching here. I started this, it's a book, basically. It is a mixed media, sketchbooks, whatever. I've been collaging in it, started it several years ago, and just kind of playing around with, there's a book, this book, Embracing the Buddha Within, and it was a small, I don't really consider it like a coffee table book, but it was a small little, very simple, that had quotes and a little bit of, like, one page was a quote and the other page was an image that kind of went along with the quote and things like that. So I took the whole book apart. It was a pretty thick book, but I took it all apart, and along with other stuff in my stash, I have just worked through the book. So basically the book is here with the quotes and all that good stuff. But I've got it tabbed, and I've got these are pages that I've got, again, to keep the book in order. It's been a year or so since I've been in this book, so it may take me a minute on some of these to kind of figure out which quote I was working with and all that good stuff. But anyways, the whole book is here in this book, waiting to be collaged and all that. All that to be said, I'm going to use the hashtag gentle journaling to just create in this book. And as you can see, it's mostly collage. It's not a journal. There's not pockets and journaling space and all that. It's basically just collage art. And it's on my list to get back to it this year. And so I thought, what better way to use the hashtag gentle journaling. And I plan to, let me make sure you guys are in frame. I plan to just work in my journal, collage. I don't plan to do a lot of talking. This will be kind of a really quiet collaging, but I'm happy you're here. And whatever hashtag gentle journaling means to you, I fully support the idea. I think it's kind of a meditative type process is what I think about when I think of gentle journaling. So I've got a few scraps here that kind of, so this is the image that I'm working with. It's some mala beads. And then here is our quote, suffering has an origin. And so this is a 2-page spread. And so these are my main focuses for the pages. So let's jump into it. Again, I'm not planning to do a lot of chittering and chattering. It may be a little weird for me since I usually do chittering and chattering, but we'll just see. We'll just see what it's all about. I think first I need to trim these guys up. So if you came here looking for a little bit of chitter chatter, I don't know that you're going to get much of that. I'm just going to do a little bit of collage creating and see what we can come up with. I could always, and I talk to myself when I'm just generally creating, so you may get a little chatter. It may not make any sense, but trim this here. I tend to work a little differently with my collage than I do my journaling, my journal making, I guess. I don't know why or how, it just feels a little different. I think maybe the thing is a perfection thing. When I'm just doing my collage, if I'm not doing it for a commission or a final piece, I'm not too stressed about making it perfect per se. With my journals, though, I am a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to them. This is some really thin origami paper, straight from Japan. I have a friend of mine who went to Japan in December, I guess it was. And she brought me back some origami paper. And that's a lot of fun. It's super pretty, and I've been so precious about it. But we're going to use it. That's what it's here for, right? have all these little guys that are just perfect. Set these aside. Let me figure out this guy. I feel like I want a flower like down here. Let's see. I rearranged a few things this past weekend. Let's see if I can find flowers. I am liking this here, but I want to trim him up a little bit. Again, these are just scraps out of my scrap stash. This is a gold shiny piece that I do like. One thing I learned about working in this, collaging in this journal is I should technically flip to the back and start working my way back, because I've got such a chunk, and the way it folds is not, it's real chunky up front, because of course I've got all sorts of ribbon and chunky glitter and chunky, this green is from a strawberry container, so it's that thick cardboard that strawberries are carried in. So all that to be said, there's some thickness to this for sure. So if I would have started at the back and did like a page in the back and a page in the front, just kind of alternated it a little, maybe I wouldn't be dealing with that much bulk. Okay. Now let's see. I was going to look for a flower to see if we have a flower here that matches. I don't know that we do. He's pretty. Oh, I got a few of these. Let's see here. Do they go or no? I think they kind of do. Okay. Let's scoot you back up here. And then, so I kind of like that. And then I want these little floofy bits. Maybe I need to have the flower on the floofy bits. The problem with the floofy bits is they stick to everything. Yeah, like that. Maybe we'll just do a cluster there instead of... Where does that need... Does this need to be our bigger cluster down here? Boy, everything's sticking to me. That. Yeah. I kind of like that. That's good. Okay. Let us glue this guy down first. Just using glue stick. Look at me talking again. Let's just say, if I talk, it's okay. But don't expect it. How's that? No expectation to talk. And I'll use I'm not too concerned if this smushes down. It's got a bead in it. But again, I'm not too concerned if the petals smush down, mainly because this book's so smushed. It smushes its own, does its own thing. Okay, we gotta back up and regroup everybody here. Oh, I was gonna do that first, wasn't I? We're gonna do that back there behind it. Okay, scooch out the way again. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Try this again. Get some of these floofies. Just gluing these on with glue stick. This is like a tissue paper, so it's real thin. No issues of it trying to pop up or anything like that. No rhyme or reason. Just need a little background for our little floofies. Oh, we have another one. Okay. We're going to add just a little floofy in there. Actually, I should put him down first. Okay. Do we need any more floof anywhere else? I wonder if I could tuck this in. Yeah, let's put that in there. Okay. Kind of like that. Real simple. So, moving on to the next one. This one is a little tricky for me. These are the pages that I came out of the book. Wherever you look, there is a rushing and a struggling, and an eager pursuit of pleasure. There is a panic flight from pain and death, and hot are the flames of burning desires. So, these I think were the pages, no, maybe not, but they matched. But I don't know that I'm going to use this guy. I do have this page, maybe this page was, but that's flames. So let's scoot everything off. Scoot, scoot, scoot. And then I have this image here that really goes with it, I think. So I think what we'll do is trim him up. And then I need to trim this page. Working with limited space today. That's okay. We are still working with it. This is some like handmade paper. It's got a gold sparkle to it. I really like it. I think it goes well with this. I also have this. It's like some, it's a scrapbook scrap. Kind of felt like it went as well. Maybe I don't need the fire. Maybe that throws everything off. Yeah, I think it throws everything off a little bit. So we'll set that aside. I do like this though. But I do want to pull this accent over to the other page. Let's see here. Let's see if we can just tear out the center chunk. Still gives us that. Let's work with that. I don't think this works, but this light does. Cover up that because that's part of. I do kind of like that. Let's see here. I like this, but I don't know. I feel like I'm being real simple, but I don't know what else to include. We could incorporate these guys, because that's that red. We can incorporate gold. I think it takes away from that gold, though. I have this little journaling sheet, but you really don't go anywhere. I mean, the colors go, but that's about it. Okay, think, Shell, think. It'd be neat if I had some sort of this black iron stuff. Let me see. Let's just skim through. This is my sticker book that don't stick. Don't think we're gonna find anything in here, but you never know. This is her quote. Oh, I was talking about the pain and the and that kind of goes. This guy right here. Yeah, I don't know that we're gonna have anything in here. Got some gargoyles. It's one of those things that if I see something, I'll be like, oh, yep, that's it, kind of thing. So far, I'm not. I mean, this would go, but it's such a blue background that. Yeah, nothing's coming to me on that. There's that moth I was looking for earlier. I knew I wasn't going crazy. I knew it was in there. Okay, that didn't help us any. Maybe we'll just keep going with this. Maybe if we just trimmed in black. Let's see what scraps I have in my black. Not much. Let's see. Maybe we can pull that black over. And have little bits of black. That's what we're looking for, though. Nope. Nope. I don't think we're going to have anything in the black that I'm looking for. Okay, well, I answered that. We just ended up with a couple little bits that I don't think are what we want. Use this. I like this better than the this paper. I have them in all sorts of colors, and it is such a weird texture. It's got a very matte, dry feel to it. Kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. I don't particularly care to work with it, but I do prefer to use it all up if I can. Okay, see if we can do that. Trim this off. Okay. I feel like a little strip of this. To tie you in. And then Need to even this guy up a little bit. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Need to bring this down here. I think I kind of like that. Trying to build this up the backwards way. Such a weird texture. Weird texture. Where did my tweezers go? Ha. Okay, well, we'll put you down here then. Change of plans. And thank you for joining me. Again, this is going to kind of be what I use the hashtag gentle journaling for. Just to kind of create in this I don't really want to call this a journal. This collage book, I guess. Again, I started it a few years ago, before I got into junk journaling, obviously. But I was really big into collage. I mean, I still am, but collage was a huge part of my daily creating, I guess. And so it was a project that I took on, and it was a pretty big project because, you know, it was a pretty thick book. I'm going to, I think, since this is a thinner page, I'm going to use Weld Bond on it, but I'm going to smooth it out with my paddle. I hope that I've watched a few of Janet Nash's gentle journaling, and I think it's a great concept. The hashtag is, for sure. Again, I think of it, that term, as more of a meditative type process. Just kind of go with the flow of working on whatever you're working on. And again, I think it bodes really well for this book that I'm working in. So moving forward, I will use this hashtag when I'm working in this book. Maybe some other things if I get to creating and all that, but I like that hashtag for this book. So thanks for joining me. Again, just kind of filling up this collage book, playing around in it, spending some time just with paper and glue, doing a little gentle journaling. I think it's fun to look back on pages. It's like, oh man, think about adding this thread and just how the colors, this background is a napkin, and just like the colors all came together, really cool. And this picture was not from the book. This was just, I had in my stash with this lady. She's got a sparkly little crown on that matched. I just think it worked out really well. Some of these, like I said, this was not from the book. This was from a magazine stash that I had. Stencil that I have. There's some puzzle pieces. So I think it's a lot of fun just to play with what you got. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.